We're here at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium for the RISD Senior Fashion Show. For ELLE magazine's 25th anniversary, we are sponsoring a show in September at the opening of New York Fashion Week. We are going to award 2 students out of 25 a scholarship with Kate Spade and Maybelline. Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
It's nice to see you again.
I just want to see what's happened since I was here last.
Elle being here, I'm really I don't know.
It's very exciting, lots of butterflies.
Try to stay cool, but in the back of my mind I'm just like freaking out about it a little bit.
Don't make it, it's a tough world out there.
It's one of the most exciting things that's happened to our department because the students love to have the encouragement of an organization like ELLE showcasing their efforts. It's just absolutely so exciting to everyone.
There's a tremendous amount of imagination and creativity. It speaks to the future of fashion. You know, for years, most of these students are going to go work for somebody else. They'll probably slave away for a good 10 years before they get a shot at getting their own ideas and designs out there. You know, but here they have an opportunity to really indulge in a free self-expression.
Well, it is comfortable.
One of my favorites.
My collection is basically inspired by Klaus Oldenburg's objects. Growing up in the Midwest, some people find it really difficult to talk about their bodies. So I kind of think of these as like really kind of quirky, humorous ways to kind of interact and be able to discuss. Having fun.
I'm very encouraging of anyone's creative spirit, and the more flamboyant, that doesn't scare me at all. I grew up in the Midwest too, so I can remember like, you even said the word breast. It was like, oh.
Yeah.
The thing that I loved about your work was just, it really transcends fashion and becomes something.
Right,
It's
and
very artistic.
my main goal is to kind of span the fine art fashion gap.
And there's always that question, is fashion art? It needs to be something that's functional, and it also needs to be something that appeals to a significant group of people. It can't just be something that only Lady Gaga's going to want to wear.
When I design, everything starts from tailoring. That's my foundation.
Did you show her out? All right, so how does this stay on?
Maybe you have like a loop right here.
But my question is sort of, how is it going to translate to being in a store? I look at clothing all day long, so when there's something that really is exciting, I usually blurt out something silly. So cute! I would take this off and wear this today, this top. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
As editors, we take a look at very low end to very high end jeans and t-shirts to couture. So we really know what's out there and what's successful.
My inspiration's from Korean traditional dresses and like art of unlayering.
So this is the second layer.
Yeah, this and the dress.
Oh, beautiful. A lot of these students do a lot of soul searching to really create something that's come from a very thoughtful place.
She can unbutton her collar. And then this unwraps too.
If it comes off, is she wearing
Yeah.
nothing underneath her?
Yeah, she is. She's
They're
taking
putting
off-
so much out there. They're so earnest, and it does make it difficult because it's powerful.
When I signed up for apparel design freshman year, I told some of my friends, maybe like, Christina, you know, you don't dress well. Christina, you don't know anything about fashion. Christina, you know, what are you doing?
And then I love that you have your like zipper detail.
But I just kept on going on. I think it's just perseverance.
ELLE's always had this great spirit for having sort of like no rules in fashion. We certainly don't want to dictate anyone to anything. I love this whole idea also of loose over tight layering, and not many people do that.
Yeah.
We just want to celebrate personal style, but there's also amongst our readers a great hunger for new. The eye is always craving something new.
The concept was about fragility, and so I wanted to kind of communicate that in the fragileness of the clothes. So
I would really like to see somebody walking down the street looking like that. You know, it would really make the world a more interesting place. Tell me a little bit about where you ended up, because I don't think you had the split
You
pant.
haven't seen these pants?
No, which I love.
Outward pocket. What I'm most interested in is like reinventing the experience of dressing, how you can transform clothing, you know, depending on your mood.
Yeah, you
she
keep
releases
unwinding.
it, but then she can layer as much as she wants, and then just throw it around her and have a more kind of casual. The wearer has to have the confidence to wear it. I don't think that my clothing is for everyone. It's definitely for the bold woman who's not afraid.
And this is quite beautiful. It's sort of a tulip-shaped bottom. And you burn the edges.
Yep.
And I remember loving all of your tea stains and coffee stains.
Like definitely boosted up my confidence because she was very interested and she liked the way that everything was going. So it did give me a good boost to know that I was on the right track.
Imagination and creativity counts for a lot, but if you can't execute it, what's the point? You've got to go back to the technique. You got to turn the garments inside out. You got to actually see how things are constructed.
Well, it's really a question of where the student wants to go. Where do they see themselves in 5 years, 10 years?
So if you were to have your dream job, what would you be doing? I guess have your own collection, or?
Knitwear designer with my own collection would be fabulous. I'm really inspired by men's suiting and woven fabrics from the 40s.
That's great. I love it. It's just irresistibly beautiful.
Can you turn a little bit? All of them are innovative.
Wow,
and that's great to see, but where does it go from here? What's the next step?